Hey, how's
question.
it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, our
Uh,
first Invisible College hangout
on air.
On air.
on air.
All
Okay, so
right.
I would like Ulysses to lead us through the process, the code he added for reading from Parse, and to display it in the list view, and then we'll commit it to a branch on GitHub.
Okay.
Okay.
We started.
We started.
I see. I can hear
I
myself.
can hear myself.
I can mute my microphone.
Oh, yeah, headphones. Yeah. All right, we good. I guess we can do thumbs up, old school. Okay. No, I do not hear an echo anymore. That's great. Okay, so we started in parse.com. We just made an add class, and it's just we went to product, yeah, custom. And once we had the class, we just added this little things right here, like we added strings. We added these are all type strings. For price, we use a number. Other description, we use string. And once we added all of these, he had me installed the Parse SDK, which is different than how directions tell you to install it. And I wish I could remember, but I just copied the Parse 1.2 into the libraries. I just went into Parse where it was downloaded, copy pasted, came into libraries, and I just did the paste. And then it was right here. It worked off the box. And then we created a new class for called Greenlight application. And this part we didn't get to, but he was explaining that it's very important to have a parse crash report. And also, this is initializes your parse ID, which was, we went into docs. We did getting started. We went to social, which is very different than data we used before. It was social, mobile, Android, Java, X6 project, and he had me copy this IDs as well as this. So this was in the new class for Greenlady application.java. It's right there. And the ID, I believe, was in the XML. I'm looking for it. Maybe. Right here. Nope. I guess we can get back into it, but once we made this, we went into the product. And this product class is what's going to get pulled from parse class, I think. He made this first one, and then I made the other ones following his what he did. The public status string image, all caps. He said that was like standard practices, but it would go to just regular image. And then we had the parse file, get file, which we haven't implemented this yet. But we had this string get thc, which would return the thc. And this is where the price part got hard. I kind of looked for this code elsewhere, so I'm not sure why it's not returning on the emulator. It's returning the price. It's not returning an actual number. And at first I thought there was something wrong with this code, but it looks right to me. So once we have product Java and the Green Lady application. This is the strings activity. On create bundle. Here it is again. Title, THC, other grower price. And here's what is doing the query, parse query, product query. If null, return 0. So we get the grower, THC, the other, the name. Oh, it's missing one for the price, I think. Maybe we can add that real quick. Set text product get. It should be get price. Yeah, that should work, I think. Why is that an error? Oh. There's still an error. Oh, I see. Okay, if you can read that, it's saying cannot resolve method because set text Java price is a float. So I need to do this instead of set text, it should be set float. And that's not working because it doesn't recognize that. Okay, good. Okay, here, let me comment this code. I need to find out what to do. So instead of, I need to find the code for set text to be set float. Anyway, once we had all that, I mean, it took a long time because we were walking through it. But after that, excuse me, after that we just ran it and it worked. And I guess to do other products, I just have to do more of onCreate. If you want to talk again, sir, I'll be quiet for a while.
I'm typing things into the group chat, which is how to convert a float into a string, but you're doing great.
Oh, so you're saying right here? Instead of product price.
So product price.setText is right, but then inside of it, you need to convert product.getPrice using float to string.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm just gonna run it again.
Yeah, try it again.
Session. Okay, I think reload it. There we go. I know. So, my question now is, How can I
How
say
can I say
or put in the
or put in the
dollar sign?
$sign?
That's a good question. In the past, we've used a class called number formatter in Java,
Yeah.
or currency formatter. So I'm just Googling Java currency formatter example.
I'm making these changes
I'm making these changes
because this is just
because this
text.
is just text.
So
So
what is this for?
what is this for?
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. You see
Okay,
that
there we go.
change?
You see that change?
So instead of
Instead of
17.45%,
17.45%.
Awesome. What did you add?
Yeah.
I just added the
I just
T
added the T.
because otherwise you don't
Because
know what.
otherwise you don't know what.
Yeah, that's cool. In the group chat, I pasted a link to an example of using currency formatter.
Okay, in the group
Okay, in the
chat.
group chat.
I mean, this is
I
something
mean,
I
this
can
is something I
ask,
can add.
and he'll probably be able to help me
Help me
faster.
faster.
I was thinking
I
maybe we
was
could
thinking
get
maybe we
started
could get started
on the second
on
item
the second item.
because this
Yeah,
is
Because this
messy.
is messy.
Well, it's not that messy. So it's just 3 lines of code. And this will be a good chance to experiment or to learn more about intermediate variables with strings. So right now, you're calling a function inside of a function call. If you go back to Android Studio, Ulysses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just like basic Java skills. Right now, you have a call to set text, which is a method on product price. And as an argument, you pass into it float to string, and then you make another function call, and you pass as an argument to it product.getPrice. So one thing you can do is break that apart into multiple lines. So if you take float, the call to float to string, all of that, if you cut it out and paste it 1 line above, you can make it its own line and then assign it to a variable, and that'll be more clear to understand. And you can give it a name like price string. Does that make sense?
Mm. So you're
So
saying
you're saying
to cut it
to
here?
cut it here?
Yeah, so right now, everything in parentheses, float.toString, open paren, product.getPrice,
Mm-hmm.
that's really long. You can cut that and move it 1 line above and assign it to an intermediate variable. And then whatever you call that variable, you can use it as a substitute in this original line, which is productPrice.setText.
Are you saying like
Are you
that?
saying like that?
Yeah, but you want to move it 1 line up because you have to define it before you use it.
Okay. Now I just
I just got.
Right, so now what do you have to do to save that value into a variable and then use that variable inside the call to set text?
float to
Float
string
to string.
like a price.
All of that you keep exactly the same. How do you save that, the return value of that to a variable?
Which variable do you want to save?
the return value of float.toString. So almost there is an equal sign, but this is the value you want to get. So the value you want to save is on the right-hand side, should be on the right-hand side of an equal sign. And then the variable you want to save it to should be on the left-hand side of an equal sign.
Ha.
Ha.
That's almost right, except Jessica and Ahmed, jump in. What more do you need to make that a valid variable declaration and assignment? You can unmute yourself. Jessica and Ahmed, unmute yourselves. Provide suggestions.
I'm not
There you
Okay. I'm going to make copies. What do you guys think about it?
I'm going to
settle.
Ahmed, can you unmute yourself? So why is price text in red?
It has to start with
the
lowercase.
lowercase.
You do have price text in lowercase.
Oh.
Oh.
So let's look at some other variable declarations. Can you turn on line numbers, Ulysses? You can just right-click on the left gray margin. Not left-click, right-click. Good. So on lines 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, those are all valid variable declarations. What do they have that is missing from your line on line 45?
Do you need to declare
Step here.
You need to declare something. Can you say that again, Jessica?
declare price text where all the other ones are?
You don't need to declare it up there, but they have something which line 45 does not have.
It's final.
It's final.
No, final is not the necessary thing to copy over.
Yeah, we added this.
Yeah, we added this
after it was asking for.
Text.
Text.
So the parts of a variable declaration are you have to have a type, you have to have a variable name, you have to have a single equal sign, and then you have to have a right-hand side, which is the value. So type, variable name, equal sign, right-hand side, which is a variable, which is a value to say. So which parts of those are missing from line 45?
The type?
That's right. So what type should it be?
Text view?
No.
Value? Too bad there's
Too bad
echo.
there's echo.
I'm guessing should be like
Should be like a
double.
double.
No, so the value is called, the right-hand side is called float.toString. So what would you guess the return value of that is?
Oh, string.
Oh, string.
That's right, it's a string. So that is the type for the variable you want to save it into. That's right, so now you have a type, you have a variable name. You don't need this value part. I don't know what that is. What is that punctuation mark that you have after? Are those parentheses?
After what?
After what?
Get rid of the
You have-
Get rid
print.
of the print.
Yeah, so you want to make it look like the lines on 28 through 32.
There.
You have type, space, variable name, space, single equal sign, space, and then right-hand side. Right, so now that's correct. You have a string variable called price text, and now you can use price text everywhere that you previously used float.toString and called product.getPrice.
So would this
So would this be?
That's right. So now you can run it and verify that it does everything that it did before. Except that it's on multiple lines, so it's easier to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't the sexiest of demos because all you did was change a bunch of stuff and it looks like the way it did before. But it's better because you stored the value in an intermediate variable, and now you can do stuff to the variable like convert the currency string. So now click on the link in the group chat.
Can we do this?
Can we do this?
You could do that, and that would be the quickest and fastest way. What are the downsides to doing that?
You're messing.
You're missing with.
Oh, you're hard
You're
coding
hard
it in.
coding it in.
That's right. So that's probably good for now because this app is only being used in the U.S. You know, we're already having enough trouble selling pot legally in the state of Washington. We don't have to get this to work in other countries as well. Although it would actually be easier in other countries, right? Like people could write apps to sell marijuana in the Netherlands for many years now. So if you look on the link on Stack Overflow, that shows you how to do it to get the correct currency symbol for the locale that you're in.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. This is okay to do it because the price is stored as a float in the Parse database, and it refers to dollars. So we can't actually. Yeah, this is an okay solution for now. So we don't want to overthink it. One thing which we might want to do is convert it to 2 decimal places.
Oh, I see.
We can use something called decimal formatter. So no matter what you do, you should probably learn how to use string formatters because they're pretty useful.
Are you talking about? Cause it's 30.
Because it's 30.0.
0.
Yeah, instead of
You want
30.0, we would want something like 30.00.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. That is that.
That is not a good solution either. So I will nitpick and make you do it the right way for this one last decimal format, and then we'll move on to committing and pushing it to the GitHub repo.
Thanks.
So if you go to that link that I pasted in the group chat, there's a string which is the pattern you want, which is ###, comma, ### dot ###, and that's just a template string. And then you want to create a new decimal format which takes that string as a pattern. And then you want to call decimal format.apply.
You're talking about
this one?
Yeah, so the relevant line is you need a static final member, which is a constant, like that, and that's the pattern that you want for the price. Then you want to instantiate a new decimal format. Just a line that looks like that. Then you want to call decimal format.format on a number, which will give you a string. So you have to modify this for the example that you're working on now. And Jessica and Ahmed, I'll ask you to help Ulysses. We'll need to put a float number into the call to decimal format.format. And then you'll need to save the string somewhere and set it to the value, set it with set text. So go ahead back to Android Studio, Ulysses, so that we can look at the source code. That'll be the most helpful in figuring out how to use this example. As a first step, go ahead and just add private static final string for comma separated, all in uppercase, at the top where you defined all your other constants. So after line 32, for example.
Private static.
Can you see the group chat?
Private static string.
Is that spelled
correctly?
Separated?
It is not spelled correctly. You're correct. It should be SEPARATED. Okay, so now do the next step. You need to instantiate decimal format, which is the second line I pasted into the group chat. And you can do that down below on line 47. You don't need it anywhere else, so it's good practice just to declare things in the smallest scope where you need it and right before you need it, so you don't accidentally use it in other scopes. And so now it's red because you need to import decimal format. And to do that, you need to import. See, if you right-click on it, see if there's something about import.
I forgot
import.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back on the website, it is import java.text.decimal format. But yeah, good job, Ahmed. Thanks for fixing it. And you'll see Android Studio helps you autocomplete, so semicolon. Good. So now, instead of line 30 or line 51, we can modify it to include string price text equals decimal format dot format and then a number, so which is the last line that I pasted in into the group chat.
So you're saying to replace?
Yeah, so for something, you can replace that with price text. And you have with a number. So, Jessica and Ahmed, what number should Ulysses substitute as the argument? He already uses the number on line 53, which he commented out. So he just has to substitute that number instead.
Product.
There, that's the first part. Product dot what? That's right. And then fix your hack on line 54, Ulysses. Don't just add a 0 to the end of it, because that will not always be true. Sometimes the price will be like .53, and then your price will print out as .530 instead. So it's kind of a brittle solution. But this solution should format it with 2 decimal places and a currency sign. So
I should take out the currency.
you can leave the currency sign.
It's giving me an error. Listen like this private status.
Oh yeah, you can't have private inside of a method body. So you can just remove that private.
It's not like in static.
Oh, right, you can't have that inside of a method either. Okay, you can just make it final. If these were members that you needed to use in other methods, you could move them out and make them part of the class, but for now, it's fine to have them as just inside the method to make them as local as possible.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I see.
Oh, I see.
All right, it's working.
It's working.
That's awesome.
It's not giving
It's
me
not giving me
It's not giving you a what?
a double dollar sign.
dollar sign.
So this
So this
is still in there.
is still in there.
Yeah. Why would you expect a double dollar sign?
Oh, because you said
Oh,
it
because you
was
said we convert it
to whatever
to
currency.
whatever currency.
No, only if you use currency formatter. Decimal format just makes sure it has the right decimal places on the end, but it doesn't add any currency symbols to the beginning. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted currency formatter, you would have to apply that in addition to decimal formatter. But that is a longer example, which we won't do today.
I changed the
I
price to
changed the price to
$29.99 so you can see
so
it.
you can see it.
Right. You chose an example which will demonstrate that we made the correct fix.
If it's 30, it
If
would
it's
only
30,
say
it would only say 30.
Will it say 30.00?
No, he's 30.
No, he's 30.
No, that's not correct.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Look.
Let's see. Look.
Yeah,
Change
we
to
want
30.
if it's
Change to 30.
yeah, if it's just 30. We want to say 30.00.
I think you have to put in
I think you have to put in 30
in the parse.
in the parse.
Oh wait, no, I know what to do. So, comma.
I think.
Actually, sir,
Sir.
on Parse, we made it, if I put 30,
Put 30.
that's
Just
as I press enter,
press enter.
it'll turn into
It'll
30.
turn into 30.
Yeah, because it's a number. It's not a string on parse. What you need to do is change the comma separated pattern. So for the decimal formatter, number just means any number, but 0 will mean pad with zeros. Yeah, so where you have now dot hash hash hash, you should change that to dot 00.
Yeah, the guy was
Yeah, the
surprised
guy
to use
use
emulator.
later.
He says he always
He always uses
Yeah,
fast.
well, you have a real phone too, so you can use your real phone, and it's probably faster than using the emulator.
Yeah, he says
Yeah, he
fast.
says faster.
Yeah, so why do you prefer using emulator?
So you guys can see
So
it
you
better?
can see it better.
Oh,
Bam.
Bam.
it's kind of annoying holding up to the camera every time. Okay. Well, I am going to leave soon to work with John, but this was a good session. Why don't you go ahead and commit and push Ulysses?
Yeah.
Is this in a repo that you cloned from GitHub?
This is the most updated. But yeah, I cloned it from GitHub and went into this
I
branch.
can't hear you, Ulysses.
Yes, this is a
Yes,
repo.
it's a repo.
Okay. Can you change into it and then type git status to see what needs to be committed and what needs to be added?
I'm gonna make it
I'm gonna
bigger.
make it bigger.
Yeah. Good. Thanks. Oh, so you're in a different branch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Cool. Can you go ahead and commit -am? Or actually type git diff first. And that'll show you what has changed since your last commit. and it just shows that you added a bunch of lines for decimal formatting and prepending a $sign. So go ahead. Yeah, that's good. This is the right granularity of commit, because it's small enough to describe in one sentence. So go ahead and type git commit -am, and then open quote, and then make up a sentence as a command. So present tense, imperative mood, uppercase F. Good.
Will you check that real quick? Git push. Origin.
Yeah, that's good. And then I will check on the GitHub website.
Oh wow, that hair looks awesome.
Nice self-confidence, Ulysses. Checking
No, I
yourself
mean-
out in
no, I mean-
Google Hangouts.
It looks horrible.
Yeah, why didn't anybody say anything about it to Ulysses?
Because I don't care.
Or they thought it looked awesome.
I think
Cool.
the silence is awesome.
Silence is awesome consent. Yeah. So cool. On GitHub, on the static layouts branch, I'm seeing all these commits that you've made over the past few days. That's really cool.
Do you go into?
Oh yeah, it looks like you committed the Parse libraries.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about committing the Parse libraries. I guess it's necessary. Sure. Well, it works. The most important thing is that it works, and if we can figure out a way not to have duplicates in the future, because I think it may be part of the to-do list submodule. But that's okay, as long as it's reachable within Green Lady app. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So the task for everyone else now is to stay on this video chat, and Jessica and Ahmed, you should pull Ulysses' branch, and Ulysses, you should stay on and help them pull from this branch.
Okay.
And you should continue working to make the list view look like the mockups that I put into Evernote that I showed Ulysses. Yeah, so for now, you can, it's easier for you to use the image URLs. And you can use the ones off of the Green Lady marijuana website. I'm going to share my screen briefly. When you go to the Green Lady website and you click on some products, so for example, can you see me on this product page for Colombian Gorge cannabis?
Yeah.
You can right-click and inspect the image. And it will be an image tag, which you can see in the web inspector here. And there will be a URL for the image. And when you hover over it, it will show a little pop-up with the image inside of it. You can copy link address, so you can right-click in the web inspector on the source SRC attribute of the image tag. You can even say open link in new tab, and it should load just that image. So now you have a URL which looks like this, and this is what you can save in Parse instead of the image as binary data. It's not wrong to save it as binary data, but it's more complicated. So Ulysses, I know you said the developer you were working with was teaching you how to save binary data and then load it again, but that is more complicated and hard to know. Yeah.
You didn't want to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, then you shouldn't do that for now. That's like a nice. We should think about whether that's advantageous to do in the future, but for now, you should just save the URL as another string in Parse, and then in the Android app, figure out how to load an image from URL. And that is a good task for all three of you to work on after you pulled Ulysses branch and have verified that it works on your own phones. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Ulysses, you're in charge. And I'll check back in. I'll stop the Hangout now and save it and broadcast it to YouTube. And then I'll check back in with you guys in about 45 minutes.
All right.
Broadcast, stop. Congratulations, Ulysses. You'll be a YouTube sensation.